Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of this week's edition of Post-Match Pint, the final Post-Match Pint of the season. We've just come back to yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it? We've just come back yesterday from the Stoke game. It was West Ham 1, Stoke 2. Now we've just spoke about the bowling game. Could this game have been any different?
We dominated it first half.
It was weird, wasn't it?
It was just poor finishing from. I mean, we'll go through. I mean, you go through the team. Do you want to do starting lineups, or should we just talk about the game?
Well, there was one change.
Yeah, Pint picked up a knock, and Antonio got pushed forward. Finally, Tompkins went in at right back, and I think that affected Stoke not having Pint playing. Because I think they set up a game plan to nullify Payet.
I know, Scott. I wish he was there.
But that first half, Stoke looked like a team out of the Championship.
Yeah,
But I mean,
they've got nothing to play for. They haven't won in 5, is it? And it's their end of season game.
That's a very. Do you know what I found on the day? Right, you back me up on this. It seemed a bit flat there from a rowdy away crowd. There was like the singing, it wasn't as loud as it usually is.
Well, it definitely was flat because we had a night out in Liverpool the night before.
It was quiet. It came across quiet on the
Even in the pubs before.
Yeah.
We was in the pub opposite the away end and it was.
Do you know where it was? It seemed like people was mauling the ground. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it felt like.
It was a bowling wake.
It was a wake.
Yeah. And it was very flat in the pubs. It's been don't get me wrong, it's been a long season. You know what I mean? Like, people have been to Andorra, Malta, Romania. You know what I mean? And you get to this last game and it's fucking Stoke. You know what I mean? You just think, like some people just say, I just want this day over and done with. And the crowd was flat, and I think we was all a bit emotionally drained.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was drained because of all the fucking vodka I'd drunk the night before. Don't get me wrong. And staying out till 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was. But
I think that game for me summed up our season.
No. I'm not having that. I'm not having that, mate.
We dominated. We dominated that game.
No, I'm not having it.
No,
we've had a great season.
We've had a great season.
No, that don't fit it.
For me, it sums up the season. That we dominate a game for 70 minutes, and we have a 20-minute spell where we don't, and we lose it.
Yeah, but we had a lot of people saying yesterday. I've seen a lot of people saying we've bottled it. Listen,
they bottled it.
Them fans at the beginning of the season, if you'd have said we'd be on the last day of the season, going for a Europa League spot, and we're finishing 7th,
which we could
4 points, finish 4 points behind City, above Chelsea. Who's not going to take that?
But the sickening thing is, if we'd have won the Swansea game and the Stoke game,
we're fourth.
We'd have been fourth.
Yeah. And the thing is, if someone would have said to you, you're going to finish above Chelsea but be one behind City, I'd have thought we'd finish second.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, right? Last season we finished 12th. Yeah. This season we're going to finish 7th. Yeah.
Well, we have finished.
Yeah, finished 7th. Yeah. Because Man U above us, isn't there, with that game left? And as I said, at the start of the season, you look at Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Man United, beating all them sides. And then being most of the season in contention.
But we finished on the plus goal difference for the first time since '86.
Yeah,
we're record points.
Yeah,
we've only lost 8 games.
In 2016, we're the second highest goal scoring team in the Premier League.
But this is it.
Be careful what you wish for.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing about all those stats. Yeah, like as great as the season's been. Yeah, all the draws. I know the Payet injury done us in, and it wasn't just Payet. It was like, we could have survived without Payet.
It was accumulation.
Yeah, it was like Moses, Lanzini, Payet, Carroll, Sacco, all at the same time. You know what I mean? So we had a lot of injuries. We picked up a lot of draws there. If we'd have just had that goal scorer.
Yeah,
that goal scorer, because you got a lot of games. Right, let's think about some games, right, where we've picked up wins. Draws when we was in winning positions, and I'm not talking about like Arsenal where we've been 2-0 down. No. I'm talking about teams like Stoke at home.
Yep.
West Brom at home.
Yep.
Crystal Palace at home. You know, teams like, apart from the refereeing decisions that went against us away, but just them games there. If we was in winning positions and we was playing well, if we'd have just had that goal scorer to get the second goal at the time, but
even with the refereeing decisions, if we've got that goal scorer, because even in them,
but the thing is, if we would have had that 20 goal a season striker, we'd be sitting here now talking about Champions League football next season, guaranteed.
Without fail,
that's all that team is missing.
Yep.
Another right back, another midfielder, and another winger for me. That striker, we need that striker.
We do need that striker, but I think we need another centre half. I think, to be personally honest, I don't think Reed's been great this year.
No, I'm not going to say he's not been great this year. He's not been great in the latter stages of the season.
I think Reed and Ogbonna complement each other though.
Yeah.
I think they work well together. I know we have conceded a few goals lately, but for me, Ogbonna, every game he gets better and better.
Personally, yesterday I would have played Ginger. They've got a lot of big players.
I would have, because I thought up until the last 20 minutes we defended well.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a tackles he made in the penalty area.
There was a couple. Yeah, I know the Ogbonna. There was a couple of times when they sort of threatened to get back in the game. Do you know what I mean? Because we just couldn't finish it off. You got the first goal. Let's talk about the first goal. Antonio scores the goal. It's what we've been missing for 10 games, right? A geezer playing right back who's finished off our top goal scorer, is he?
Yep. No, he's second.
Second.
I'm sure.
But played half a season.
Yep. Yeah. And played
right back.
And played right. Yeah, that's it.
Do you know what I mean?
And the goals that we've conceded this season, where he's played right back, they've not necessarily been his fault, but he ain't a defender.
No.
So he doesn't hold the line like a defence would. You know, normally your defence is all together. You see a few times he's a bit deeper than others, things like that. And the fact that we've not lost a lot of games with that defence is testament to him. You know, he isn't a defender. His natural game isn't to defend, it's to get forward. Yeah, he comes back and helps out, but he wants to attack.
I'll get a bit worried with players like him playing right back, though, because he's such a good attacking force, right? I remember 15, 20 years ago, Trev Sinclair coming to us. And he was such a good attacker, good attacking player. He used to play up front. And we knocked the fucking bollocks out of him and turned him into a fucking defensive wing back. You know what I mean? And he never regained that sort of goal scoring form. So I hate players like him playing right back, because the more you teach them about defending, the more he thinks, oh, I know how to defend now. Sometimes you just don't want them to fucking defend.
Exactly. You've also got to take the positives out of it as well. That knowing if our right back gets injured, you've got someone like him who can play there. And fair play to him. You know, he hasn't kicked up a fuss, has he?
If the club go into another season without a fucking left back or right back cover, I'm going to shoot someone, because it's been about 4 seasons now where we've had one left back and one right back.
Well, yeah, we've had a left back and
he
right
don't
back,
count.
And then but then we've had young, inexperienced cover. Endry, who's never played a game in a Premiership.
No, I'm talking about a right back and a left back with a right back and a left back challenging them for their positions.
Oh yeah, no, I think
Byram's going to get more game time next season.
Hopefully.
I like Byram.
I like him.
I like him.
He has played in.
I'm surprised he didn't play him yesterday in front of Tompkins, to be honest.
I think the only couple of problems with Byram, he does pick up a lot of bookings. You know, he's got 10 this season. I know 7 of them for a league.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't for us.
No, but
it's a different kettle of fish. You know what the Premier League's like now. You stroke someone on the arm, you get a yellow card.
But I think he played 4 games, picked up 3
yesterday. Mark Noble put in a world-class tackle, and they give a free kick, and he won the ball. He won everything.
Mate,
it's a dying
3 seconds. 3 seconds after he's done the same thing to him.
Yeah, it's a dying breed now in football tackling.
Oh, it is.
It's going to get worse and worse.
Non-contact sport. They can't do anything.
But it was 1-0 up, was crucial. We had chances upon chances upon chances, just didn't take them. One from Antonio here at the bar, one from Sacco,
Carroll as well.
Just never looked under threat at all. Just looked like we was cruising.
45 minutes, Stoke were like, as I said,
they was on the beach, weren't they? Yeah. They
were on holiday, because I remember sitting there watching it, and I said to my father-in-law, I said, they're on holiday now, we'll win this comfortably.
It's just their inability to score. If we'd have scored a second goal, there'd have been no way back for them.
Sacco had a massive chance to put us 2-0. Antonio done so well down the right, and then I thought he held on to it too long. I thought because he should have played it a bit quicker, and the Stoke players were getting back, but he put that ball through. All right, went through his legs. Sacco, he's got to finish that.
And that's the sort of balls we've been moaning that we don't play.
And we sat there, and we said, and you said, oh no, it's a hard opportunity because he's got sliding. That was a great opportunity when I saw the replay. He should have scored. He should have scored that. He's here. Don't get me wrong, Shay Given's done well.
Yeah. A striker in that position with that ball, the flight of the ball, the weight of the ball, the pace of the ball.
But that weren't the other one. There was one where the keeper was just out of contention. It was bouncing around the box. It got laid out to him and Ike. Should have just slotted it in. The goal was open, and he tried to take it around the player. It was that too cleared off the line.
Then we had the one where Enna done some, don't know what he done. He done some scissor kick, and then it bounced in off Antonio. Literally 2 inches from going in. It's just one of them days when then you had the header, the Valencia header, went just after Carroll went off.
He got in a good position there, but he was just too.
He jumped too short.
Too short. Yeah.
But I think you just had the feeling after we missed all these chances. You know what's coming.
Do you know what?
I'll be totally honest. When Sacco and Carroll went off, I thought that's our European dream gone.
Yeah, when we talk about them in a minute, the players that came on, but like when you've got them sort of players that are not good enough, are they?
No.
Yeah, and it doesn't fill you with confidence, and that's what we've got to. I mean, that's something. Do you know what I think one of the problems is? Yeah, Valencia's got no confidence. I think he's off in the summer. I think he's going to China. For about £20 gazillion.
Yeah, we'll have that all day long.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
thank you very much.
Honestly, I think he's going to China. I think Sacco's going. Yeah. I think Sacco's off.
I don't think he's going to be a big loss.
No,
in my opinion.
To be honest, yeah, we'll talk about these in a minute. But I think the club's made a bit of a mistake, a bit of a cock up by telling the loanees that they're not signing them. Because ever since that's happened, Emenike does okay. He plays the best of his ability, but his ability ain't that great.
No, he's a championship player at best.
But then you say we're not going to sign him. Where's your incentive to play
and that's it. And that's the same with Moses.
Since that happened, Moses has been
exactly. Song we haven't seen. Moses.
Where has he been? Song.
He can't play because if he plays a game, we have to buy him.
I'd rather just bought him.
For me, more for the club for putting that in his contract anyway.
Yeah.
Or agreeing to the deal.
There's no point signing him if they're not going to play him. I
thought the deal was a 2-year loan deal.
Yeah,
and then we signed him on a free transfer. Yeah. So why is there a clause in his contract?
Because we have to pay.
We have to pay something if it's a 2-year loan deal.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
See, but you're effectively signing a player that you can't play, or you don't want to play.
Sign him then.
You pay for 15 games. I mean, what's the big deal? Like, he's a good midfield player.
Sign him. Look.
He's going to end up at Everton or somewhere like that and be absolutely class. I guarantee you now.
Listen, he ain't had the best of seasons, right? And
I bet he might even go back to Arsenal. Let's sign back Flamini. You're better than Flamini.
If we get into the Europa League, we need to be signing players like Song because you need that cover. You can't go into the Europa.
But you don't know what plans the club have got. Well, no, if they're looking to bring in 8-9 players.
We've just signed what's his face, haven't we, from
Nordveld.
And he's an holding midfielder. Yeah. But you've got a plan. You need to play in that Europa League. You need at least 2 players to play in every position, if not more. You know, that's what you... And you need 2 players
you can't also have someone who's on $100,000 a week sitting on the bench.
But if you want to compete at that level, you've got to.
Yeah. I agree.
If you want to be competing in 2 or 3 seasons...
Do you think Alex Song's the sort of player who wants to sit on the bench every week?
He's sat on the bench. No, I don't think he is.
Exactly.
And to be fair, I think he's been quite good about it, that he ain't come out in the press like other players would, bitching and moaning because he's not getting played.
What's his name? The striker that we signed that we saw once. He used to play for Bolton, didn't it? The skinhead kid, Petrovic or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Scott. But like I said, you don't know what the money we've got coming in, the revenue and everything from the stadium. You don't know what they've got in plan. So if Alex Song, they might let Alex Song go because they're going to bring in someone a lot younger as well. He's in his 30s.
I'll judge that. No, he's not. He's 27.
He's 27.
I thought he was older than that.
He's 27. 27 years old, right? He is a sort of class player, but we can only judge it when the signings are done. Because if they don't bring in anyone in as good as Alex Song, I'll say, well, why don't you bring in Alex Song?
Yeah.
You know, you can only judge that, but you know, maybe they know things that other people don't.
We don't know what goes on beyond. We don't know what they've got planned, so yeah, we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
We know they're going to bring in at least 6-7 players.
Yeah, and to me, we need at least 6-7 players.
We need 2 or 3 marquee signings.
For me, we need six or seven.
Six. We need 6.
You don't definitely need 6.
I need 6.
we need 6 or 7 players to add to the squad we've got now. That's without the players going out.
No, I don't agree with that.
The thing is with this Europa League campaign, right? We haven't qualified into the group stages. If I was West Ham, I know the club won't do it because it's more money. I'd turn down Europa League football for next season. That going through that stage again of starting in July.
No, I think we come in the 3rd round qualifier. We come into the stage Southampton come in
last year.
Yeah,
the stage we
then even if we'd finished 4th, we'd have had to play Champions League qualifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're talking one game.
So
Europa League, you have to play about 15 games before you even get put in the app.
It's been an emotional season from last week. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't give monkeys about Europa League. I said that from the beginning of the season. Couldn't give a monkeys about it. We're in it. We're in it. Yeah. We're not in it. We're not in it. Don't matter to me.
Not bothered. Yeah, exactly.
I just think that's typical West Ham though. 2 weeks ago you're on the verge of Champions League football. Now we've got a scrape to get in the Europa League with Man United winning the FA Cup.
I don't know, man. The season's...
Listen, I'm not knocking this season. I'm not knocking this season. Bilić's aim at the start of the season and the board's aim and everyone else's was to guarantee us Premier League football in that Olympic Stadium next year. That's what anyone wanted.
Which a lot of pundits said we wouldn't get.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure one pundit had us to finish 3rd from bottom.
Yeah. A lot of pundits did. And obviously Big Sam going, everyone was a bit... No one knew what... Bilić's experience in international football in Turkey, yeah, but not in the Premier League.
Nope.
It's a different... I don't care where. It's different, you know. And that's all that our aim was. We said at the beginning of the season, top 10, we'll be happy with that.
No one can moan about this. Anyone moans about this season.
It is because of the results that we've had. We've been spoiled.
How can you moan when you've got the record number of points, record number of goals, positive goals, the football we've seen us play this season? That's what everyone wanted, and now people are still moaning as well. The away wins. How can you moan? You can't moan.
It's been a great season.
You can't moan, and that's our expectations went on during the season. We got these wins. We got after Christmas, and usually that's when we foul, but we didn't. We carried on, and then people started thinking, "Oh, we could get Champions League football here." And then it gets closer and closer to like April, and you're thinking we're still in contention. When have you ever known West Ham being in contention for Champions League football?
3 games to go.
By this time we're normally sitting there on the beach.
So it's great results, all the big wins, and you're right. We have been spoiled, but it's what we wanted. We wanted good football. We wanted attractive football.
I think that's the most important thing. That the entertainment factor has come back.
It's been enjoyable.
We've done well and we've finished high. You know, up to last Saturday, which is amazing. We could have got Champions League football. In fact, if we'd have won that last 2 games,
we'd have it.
We'd have been there.
Yeah. And the thing is, you've been going to the Boleyn all season, knowing you're going to be entertained.
Yeah.
Not thinking.
Yeah, but even away from home, every ground I've been to this season, even the top boys, never gone there and thought, "Oh, we're going to get better today.
Nope.
I'll be happy with a point." No, I've gone there thinking we can win you.
And you know what? Even when we have lost, and even when it's been quite bad, we've always fought. Apart from the Swansea game, which I thought was a bit of a fail, we've always fought to try and get back in the game.
Yeah.
We never sort of like folded and
never say attitude. You know what I mean?
Look how many times we've come back from 2 down this year. We've never done that in the past.
No. Yeah. We've gone 2 down and then lost 4-0.
It's just the entertainment factor's back.
Start of the season, if someone had said to you, we're going to finish 7th, but we're going to beat all these teams along the way away from home, you'd have had their arm off.
We haven't lost, like, let's go to the original top 4, the big top 4. I'm not saying because we lost to obviously Spurs and Leicester, but you know, we haven't lost to any of them.
I worked out today, at the top 4, that finished top 4 last season, out of 24 points, a total of 24 points, we got 16. At last season's top 4. At this season's top 4, we got 12.
And I'm sure also we got, for the first time we're the best London side.
Yeah, we are. We won the London League.
The London derbies. You know, we've got the most points in the London derbies.
We only lost one London derby.
There's positivities there. I'm sure, especially these last few games as well. I'm sure the manager and everyone's
No one
going to
did
learn.
double on us as well.
No, but that's important, right?
But we did do double apart from Liverpool. We did do double on everyone else.
The important thing is now is we go forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the important thing. When we do our next season review, we're all going to sit there and we have different for what we said at the beginning of this season. This season was about survival, top 10. We finished 7th. Why can't we go for 5th? Why can't we go for Champions League next season?
Next season will be top 6.
Yeah, we've got to build on this season.
Yeah,
so often in the past we've had a good season followed by a bad one.
I think minimum top 6. Yeah. I think we can push.
It all depends on the way we set with the stadium as well.
For me, next season, you don't want to be in threat of dropping out of top 8. Right, so we want to be guaranteed top 8, but we should be pushing for top 6. Because I say the top 8 because, like what you said there, with the move to the Olympic Stadium and all the new things, getting used to the new ground, the new atmosphere, things like that. But you've still got to guarantee top 8, but be pushing top 6.
Listen, Leicester City have give everyone hope.
Of course they have.
Leicester City have give, like, you look at Burnley, right? Burnley got no outlay. They've got no debts. They're getting a big. Who says that Burnley can't come up and cause an upset?
120 million they're going to get
exactly
coming up.
And that's on players.
Exactly.
That's what they can do on players.
Yeah.
Who says they don't have a great season next
crazy.
year? It's going to be a mental season next year. You thought this season was mental. Next season's just going to go absolutely mental. I'm so glad Villa ain't going to be involved in it.
He's been waiting for that.
I'm sure Tom would say the same about Newcastle.
It's going to be. You thought this season was weird. Next season.
The thing is, right, I'm going to touch there on what you've said there. It is going to be weird. I'm just going to say this to close up the last one, but. Villa and Newcastle, I think it's quite fitting that they've gone down. I know Newcastle fans and Villa fans are going to fucking. And it's not fans. It's not fans.
I feel for both fans.
Yeah,
both
I do. It's just that both clubs have got this mentality that they're trying to get as much money out of it as they can. Do you know what I mean? Ashley he runs the fucking football club like he runs his fucking sports shop. Yeah. Buys everything cheap and tries to sell everything at a price. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? The same with the Villa owner. Don't want to put no money in, but he's been selling. Like Benteke and their best players now for a few years, trying to get some return on his investment. It's fitting that those two, especially, are going to be sitting in the Championship next year with no fucking money.
And do you know what?
In the year that it all comes,
do you know what? They will not come back.
I don't think they will either.
Villa and Newcastle.
Newcastle will always attract players, especially if they keep Benitez. That's the big thing.
That's the thing with them is who they get in, but. You know,
I hope Villa don't come back.
I don't think they do.
I think they've got League One written all over them, mate.
I think Villa have got Portsmouth written all over them for me, mate.
Yeah.
All the way down. Because they're so badly run. Like you said, you can't sell your best players and then not reinvest that money. And, you know, they've just made a mockery of it. They
done
brought
that for years, though, didn't we?
Yeah, but we drop down twice. We come back up. You know, but Villa, I just can't see it. I cannot see. You normally you could say a team you go out and put your money on to win the Championship next season. Newcastle and Villa are not two of them teams.
Yeah,
I think that Championship is a hard league to get out of. We've shown it when we struggled to get out of it. You know, we got up through the playoffs.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us this season. It's finished for this season. This is the last one for this season. There is going to be one more, a special one. We ain't going to say what it is yet, but it's going to be a very, very special one in the summer. We're going to have a season review where we look over the season, but that's not going to be a post-match pint. That's just going to be a season review. But there is one more post-match pint, so look out for it this summer. Do not unsubscribe or anything like that, because there's content come out all over the summer. But that one post-match pint, I'm looking forward to that. So,
it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
It will be good.
It will be good. Yeah.
Enthusiasm on Ryan's face.
Just want an holiday.
There is going to be one more, and it's going to be a very, very, very special edition of Post Match Pint. But as I said, there's stuff coming all over the summer. Don't unsubscribe. Stay with us. We're going to have daily transfer news and daily news coming out from the stuff. We're going to have stuff touching on the Euros and the player watch for the West Ham players that are going to the Euros. It definitely won't be England. There's just going to be stuff all over the summer. We're going to be coming up with some new content for next season. We're going to be trying some stuff out. We're going to be, just keep on interacting with you guys on the social. It's going to carry on through the summer. And yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good all this summer, man.
Yeah, and just thank you to all the people that have stopped and fan cams for this season.
Thank you, everyone.
We really do appreciate
everybody on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the lot who have subscribed and followed us. Without them, there ain't us.
Well, there would be us.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But the channel's not there. The channel's that we put the channel out there. People like what we do, so it helps us.
Listen, when we done the Everton game last home game of the season, was it Everton? Yeah, it was Everton, wasn't it? Or wherever it was. We had 460 subscribers. We've got nearly 7,500 now.
7,500, 4,000 and something likes on Facebook. It's amazing.
4,500 Twitter followers. Yeah. 1.25 million views.
More than that. 1.3 million.
Well, whatever it is, it's
yeah, no,
something. 1.3 million. 1.3 million people have
said us for.
Yeah, have sat there and consciously fucking clicked on our videos. That's amazing.
And even the people that come up to us and say hello before and after the games, and even yesterday when we was eating a cheeky little KFC, I thought the geezers would come over and nick our chicken. And I love it when people even before the games, in the concourse, people. So I was talking to a father and son yesterday that loved what we do. They said all the stuff we done on the bowling the last week, they loved it and they all got emotional and we're starting to get our faces about at the Facebook Awards. Copper 90 videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
No, it's good, and obviously there's some people that are just joining us. Thank you for joining us. But there's some people that's been there from the beginning, watched us grow from when we had that one scarf up there with the board on the bar still. And I was going back through some of them old videos the other day. That was atrocious.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good to look back on them. I mean, even when you look at fan cams, we used to do fan cams last year. We used to have a card with all the questions around. I was like that. Yeah. Now you don't even need cards. It's just natural, and it's everyone's improving week in, week out. And it's all new for us, but what you got to remember is we are fans.
But thank you to everyone that does come up and say thank you for anyone that ever contributes any content to our channel. All the fans, I've got to give special mentions to Dom, Tom.
So I was going to sneeze. Go on, sorry, mate.
Go on, what was that?
No, I was going to sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze while you did it.
Slav. Everyone that's contributed any of the stuff. Big massive thanks to Dan who joined us this season for the editing. He does the stuff. The bowling videos were.
I done them.
No, the bowling videos was done in a very. I won't say why, but they was filmed very last minute, and they was done in a very, very short space of time. I was so proud of the way they come out. I thought they was absolutely magnificent. So thank you for Dan for coming aboard and making everything a lot easier on me especially, but a lot easier across the board, so we can start working on some new content, which we are. Thanks for Graham for turning up today.
Always happy about that.
What's happening, Gray? Is this your last show, isn't it? You're retiring next season, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm retiring.
Well done, Gray.
I don't like you anymore, I'm going.
We'll have a party for you.
But yeah,
he says that he'll be back next season, don't worry.
But no, let's.
He's coming back.
Let's. Just once again, it goes on a bit long. You just say thank you to everyone, but honestly, genuinely, thank you to everyone that supports this channel. We do this channel to give you entertainment. We don't make a living. We don't make any money. We don't make nothing, do we? Nothing. We give these things. Oh, one more thing before we go. I've got a. I'll do it in a separate video. We'll do it on the social. Watch on the social. There'll be a competition on there. We'll wrap it up there, boys. Thanks for this season. It's been magnificent, and we'll be back once in the summer, but we'll be back first game of the season next season. Yeah, and we'll see you at Stratford.
Farewell bowling.
Farewell bowling. One thing left to say, boys.
Come on,
you Irons.